Once upon a time, in a cozy little village, there lived a kind-hearted shoemaker named Mr. Thomas. He was known for making the most beautiful shoes in the entire kingdom. However, as the years went by, fewer people visited his small shop, and he struggled to make ends meet. One chilly winter's night, after a long day of work, Mr. Thomas sat by the fireplace, feeling disheartened by his failing business. He had only enough leather left to make one more pair of shoes. "I wish there was some magic that could help me," he sighed. Unbeknownst to him, the magical forest just beyond the village was home to a group of tiny, helpful creatures known as the Elves. These elves loved to help those in need and had heard Mr. Thomas's wish. That very night, while everyone was asleep, the elves sneaked into the shoemaker's shop. With their tiny hands and magical skills, they began crafting the most exquisite pair of shoes they had ever made. The shoes sparkled with shimmering patterns and were sure to capture everyone's attention. As the sun rose, Mr. Thomas was astonished to find the stunning pair of shoes neatly placed on his workbench. "This is incredible," he exclaimed, not knowing who had made them. Day after day, the elves continued to secretly visit the shoemaker's shop, creating one amazing pair of shoes after another. Each pair was more magnificent than the last, and word of the shoemaker's miraculous creations soon spread throughout the kingdom. Customers from far and wide flocked to the little village to buy the enchanted shoes. The shoemaker's business flourished, and he was able to provide for his family and even help those less fortunate in the village. One night, Mr. Thomas decided to stay awake to uncover the mystery of these magical shoes. He hid behind a stack of leather, waiting for the elves to arrive. To his astonishment, he saw the tiny, friendly creatures appear and set to work, joyfully stitching and crafting. "Thank you, kind elves," Mr. Thomas whispered, tears of gratitude filling his eyes. "Your selfless help has saved my shop, my livelihood, and my family." The elves smiled and nodded, happy to have made a difference in the shoemaker's life. From that day on, Mr. Thomas became good friends with the elves, and they continued to work together, spreading joy and magic throughout the village. And so, the shoemaker's shop thrived, and the elves found happiness in knowing they had helped someone in need. From then on, the village folks believed that if they ever faced difficult times, they need only wish upon a star, and the helpful elves would come to their aid. The story of the shoemaker and the elves became a beloved tale, passed down through generations, reminding everyone of the power of kindness, magic, and the beauty of helping others in their time of need. And so, in that quaint little village, the spirit of friendship and magic lived on forever.